Okay, this is what they do.
Welcome to this video, guys. As you can see, today we're doing a big chop. His hair doesn't look that long, but his hair is very coily and tightly packed. So we're gonna start by picking everything out, and then we're gonna just cut it all off. Here I have on the number 3 guard, and as you can see, it's gonna take me a while to get up in there. Like I said, his hair is very tightly coiled and thick. Now by far, this is my favorite type of haircut to do. I love doing big chops. Now while they take a lot of work, the end result is always worth it in the end. The more you watch and see me cut everything to the front, you'll see how much hair he really had on his head. And what's crazy, he usually just gets the same fade and just leaves his top every time. But this time he just walked in and he said, "Bro, cut it off." I was like, say less. This is the most satisfying part in my opinion. So now that I have the bulk of the hair off, you can also see how coarse his hair is as well. And that's what's gonna make it a little bit harder to fade. But right here we have on the number 2 guard, and I'm going against the grain to make sure that everything is cut evenly. So now I'm going to put in my guideline for the fade. I'm not going to take it up too high, but it is going to be like a mid to low drop fade. So here I start with the lever fully open. And if you've seen any of the fade tutorials on this channel, then you'll know exactly what the steps are like the back of your hand. But just in case this is your first time on this channel, I'm going to go through them step by step. So you start with the lever fully closed, and I'm going to gradually open the lever until I get to the top of that guideline. And yes, my clippers are zero gapped. So you won't be able to get that bottom line out if your clippers are not zero gapped. So there you saw me open the lever just a little bit more, and I'm continuing to blend up. Here I open the lever one more time. So unfortunately, my clippers were about to die, so I had to switch to these. Now, normally I would not do this texture of hair with these clippers, just because the fast feed, it does not do well with coarse hair in my opinion. The motor cuts a little bit too slow. It doesn't have enough torque in my opinion. But the steps with this guard, I started with the lever open to make that guideline. Now the lever is closed, and I'm going to blend in between with the lever halfway. However, when using this clipper, I have to do a lot more touch-up work than I normally would. So here I'm going back up under that with no guard on the clipper and the lever fully open. I'm just touching up certain dark spots. Usually there will be a faint line still left behind, and that's what I'm erasing right now. So here I'm just smoothing down the hair on the sides, just trying to get everything to lay down. So this is the one guard, by the way, and the lever is fully open. See how I have to use a little bit more pressure to get the hair to blend. So now the lever is fully closed. So here I have on the 1.5 guard, still slimming down the sides. So I just decided to go ahead and jump to the lineup, because once you do that to one side, you do the same thing to the other sides. So here I like to start in the middle and then work my way either right or left. As you can see, his forehead shape is kind of round, so the lineup is not going to be exactly straight across. You have to contour the lineup with the shape of the head. But I'm still trying to get the lineup as sharp as I can without taking off too much hair. So just always strive to find that balance between sharp and natural. I'm also working on getting a better setup so you guys can see the lineup head on. So I'll work on that and then just be on the lookout for a different angle in the future. It's kind of weird. So so you guys can see it from my perspective, whenever I'm lining up like this, I can't really get in front of the client like I want to, because I'm worried about trying to not block the camera, if that makes sense. But I know you guys don't care about that, so I'm gonna fix it. Here I'm just keeping tension on the skin using the razor. And as I'm sure you guys can see, he looks entirely different than when he first did in the beginning of the video. Another funny thing, he would not stop looking in the mirror. I guess it had been so many years. He said it's been like 3 years since he's had short hair. He would not stay out of the mirror, but it's funny. So right here we're discussing, he wanted to add a part. Unfortunately, I didn't get it in the footage, but I'm gonna show you the end result anyway. Here's what the end of the cut looks like. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. He looks pretty different, if I do say so myself.